Lawmakers want to get tough when people caught driving without a license. A new bill would give police the ability to impound vehicles on the spot across the state. Investigative reporter James Stratton exposed the no license loophole tonight. He filed this update.
Across our area, police continue to pull over people who have no license, some caught speeding, running red lights, or driving recklessly.
Now, you don't have a license, so you can't drive away from here, okay?
But commonly, officers allow them to stay with their car.
Here's the thing, you're legally parked right now, which means the state of Wisconsin says you can't operate a vehicle. But with you being legally parked, we're not gonna tow your car. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave. You're not allowed to drive. I'm not gonna sit here and babysit you.
Lawmakers in Madison now want to give police across the state more leverage, allowing them the ability to impound the car of unlicensed drivers or those caught operating while revoked or speeding more than 25 miles per hour over the speed limit, fleeing police, or street racing. The bill, introduced by Republican State Senator Andre Jacques.
We have seen very preventable deaths, serious injuries that have resulted from those folks who continue unabated in extremely risky, dangerous behavior that ultimately leads to violent crashes.
And co-sponsored by 10 others, including Democrat Ryan Spouty in the Assembly. Spouty and Jacques, both from the Green Bay area.
Public safety should be nonpartisan.
Spouty, a former assistant district attorney in Brown County, has seen the reckless driving problem across the state firsthand.
There are some bad apples who they are on the road. They don't actually care about the tickets that pay them. Most of them don't. Those bad apples, there needs to be some deterrence.
Milwaukee does have a tow policy, towing unregistered cars of reckless drivers and registered cars caught repeatedly. The new legislation would give police more power to tow, including those with no license.
Surely with the scofflaws, I think there could be some common ground on saying if you get pulled over 15 times and you don't do anything about it, then your vehicle should be taking a closer look at it.
And this will give the city of Milwaukee more teeth to do that, it sounds like.
Yeah, basically it would be giving us powers that we lack now.
And James is with us live in the newsroom. James, this bill would allow police to have discretion to tow a vehicle?
And Derek, it wouldn't require them to, but certainly would be another tool in the toolbox, lawmakers say, to stop reckless driving. Bill will be discussed in a Senate committee tomorrow in Madison.
Investigative reporter James Stratton in the newsroom for us tonight at 6. And James's investigation also sparked change as recently as last week when Milwaukee police changed its policy on pulling over repeat offenders for driving without a license. We posted that story for you to watch right now on the 12 News mobile app.